I don't make that rule case lock concept. You can't throw it. You can find me on how much you want to do the top. So you can go to the Sure.
Nothing quite defines a season like seizing an opportunity. The opportunity that comes when the #1 team in the country comes into your house and you have an opportunity to stake your claim to one of those coveted playoff positions. Welcome everyone to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene, as we'll see the national champions from last year, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the 20th ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Ducks will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets two. He's down at the 21. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you are going to get tested. So it's important to get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, pick everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go pro.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first game.
Breaks into the open. He's inside the 40, the 20. He's at the... And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Seminoles.
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this.
Oh, I didn't know. Sorry.
Here he comes from inside his own, and the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Knocked out of bounds and sticking with that running game as they get deeper in the red zone. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Tight end now in motion. From the shotgun, the inside give. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. He'll try to pop the draw. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida State.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Might be changing the route. They'll move the wide receiver. To the air on 1st down. The short hands, it's Gore. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. Really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Quick completion on the out. He was running through tackles and picked up the 1st down and finally got knocked down.
3rd down, understanding exactly where the sticks are. You got to stop certain routes so they don't get to certain depths. Quarterback completes and gets another 1st down. Got to be a little bit more mindful of where those sticks are.
Wide open on the move. He has it on the jet sweep. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And offenses are majoring in this now, right? They know the jet sweep is a big part of what they do, how the defense is going to respond, and they're just going to give it to you over and over again. See what you do for it. Nice job by the defense. They didn't give up a big play, but they're always looking to set up that next play and how to attack the edges of a defense.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Massey. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a 1st down and a pickup of 10.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. You see his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag run.
And the Ducks look to keep this drive humming. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Gore. He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. With the run on 1st and goal. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Quarterback may change this route. They'll run play action. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And you've got a golden opportunity here now on 3rd down. I know you just threw an incompletion, but you've had a really nice drive to start this game. You want to cap this thing off, and you want to do that by scoring a touchdown. So think about who your best playmakers are and who needs to get a look on this critical 3rd down. Whether you're running it or you're throwing it, the best players touch the ball right here.
They want to dance their way in on 3rd and goal. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
And that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
Looking to buy time. Throw to the end zone, picked off. Brought it back to the 6-yard line after making the interception.
Nothing going right for this team early in the 1st quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop. You got to stop the bleeding and get the ball back to our offense.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. And the Knowles will line up to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Takes it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
This is obviously not...
I gotta change my center. He's dead.
Start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The give to the back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Just going to keep it after the snap. Can't get him to the ground. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, you know, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the fourth quarter.
Using his feet. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Here comes the offense on second down. Shows him the stiff arm.
Nice job there by the QB on the zone read because he's watching the D lineman and he knows he has to keep the football and he right away takes it upfield to get some positive points.
How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on third down here in Autzen. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Seminoles are flying down the field. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. The inside handoff. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
We've seen this guy have tons of success. He had over 100 yards right before that run, but defense gets the better of him there. Nice job of adjusting up front. Good job being physical by that D-line, too.
Oh, he's got some space. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
Well, you wonder how this guy is so dynamic. It's because of his speed. You simply can't coach that. You saw it on that last carry.
They'll run it on first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, no! They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all three phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They really needed to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Got it in the middle, it's Gore. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback there.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
The Ducks will have it 1st and 10. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Hester. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Ducks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Off play action. Keeping his eyes downfield, rolling left. A strike downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And when you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit, but think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that name? Joey Harrington, of course, Justin Herbert. These guys could thread the needle from the pocket, make all the throws. This guy here reminds me a little bit of them.
Takes the handoff. It's Hester. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They get him down with this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
Well, there's no mystery who they're throwing the football to, but defenses still can't find a way to cover this guy. With that last catch, he now has over 1,500 receiving yards on the season.
And the Ducks trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Let's go! They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And I love when defenses see pulling guards, because what you're supposed to do is run through immediately. If you're a linebacker, you see a pulling guard, I'm running through that gap. If you're a defensive lineman and that guard pulls in front of you, I run down the line of scrimmage and chase. Great job seeing that puller, making a play, getting a tackle for a loss.
He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down. This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal attempt, that is a victory for them. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Absolutely perfect.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the move from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Defense in press coverage. They'll try the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He'll do it himself on the draw. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And the Seminoles will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. He might want another play. He wants to start this drive with a pass. On the run, still looking. On target. Still on his feet at the 45. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Now on first down from the 40. Unloads to the wideout. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it. You throw it. You know he's going to come back and make that play for you.
He'll pull it on the read. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
One of the things I like about this defense is their DBs are not afraid to put their face in the fan and go tackle. And you saw it that time with the cornerback making a great play, tackling the quarterback on the option for a big loss.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
And it's right down the boulevard. That'll trim the deficit to 15. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. To the ground with the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Trying to get the corner. There he goes. The 50. The 40. A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. He breaks the tackle. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that. Toss
Sweep right. And that play just never got started as he's run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
They'll run the option. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line, and that's where they'll have it first and goal. Just enough time to get off one more snap. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only first down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
On second down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And after the missed field goal, guys, the lead's still at 15. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Noles will kick it off to start the second half. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. On third and long, try to convert through the air. The throw to the outside is complete. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
Oh, he just needed to stretch the ball out a few inches more, and he would have picked up the first down. It was a great individual effort there on third down, getting back a bunch of yards, and now they're in a position to go for it here on fourth.
A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. He'll try to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. The Seminoles have it in scoring position on first and goal. They want to run this quarterback. And they just tried to slam it in from the doorstep, but they went nowhere, and it'll be marked down at the 1.
And, man, that is a great tackle. And your safeties have to be great tacklers, especially nowadays with all these quarterbacks that want to run. These good athletes like this guy right here, nice job being in space, getting him to the ground. That is a tough ask, but, man, did he do it right there.
On the option. Touchdown Seminoles! And the stomping has commenced.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Catch in the middle. It's Gore. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Give to the running back. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Ducks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And the defense gives up the first down. And oh, here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
Snagged out of the air. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Keeps looking downfield. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
They were really starting to put a drive together, but after a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Got it in the middle, it's Burns. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback
got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon. Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt, first half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
Play the analytics here, and you go for 2. He's looking to throw. Here's the pressure. He's looking, pressure's coming in, the pressure gets there, and down he goes, and they won't be able to cut into this lead. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much.
My running back's dead. Give me a second.
As he stopped at the 18. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. And the Seminoles decide to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Quarterback making checks. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And it's his 4th interception of the night. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Florida State. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
This guy really is the complete linebacker. Not only is he physical, and not only can he play downhill to stop the run, this guy is a weapon in pass coverage. You saw it on that play. What can't this guy do?
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. He'll start this drive going to the air. Complete to the left. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. Turning it on. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
And a running back who can take a dump-off pass like that and take it for a gain, that can really be a quarterback's best friend. It's an easy way to rack up touches, but also get the ball to your playmaker in open space.
They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. Oh, they're after him. They get to him as he throws.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
He just misses on the big downfield shot. And I think some people think that's a difficult throw to make, but I'll tell you what, a lot of times you put a little air underneath it and you just trust your guy more than you trust the DB, but it's hard to do when you overshoot your wide receiver.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
I love running the angle route, whether it's on first down, second down, third round. It's a really good route. It's a safe route. Just takes a little bit of timing over the middle of the field. But, hey, again, getting it to a playmaker in space, always winning.
The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. They'll send the tight end in motion. Takes a snap, wants to throw. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. They'll leave it with him. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving.
Breaks into the open. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
The Seminoles will send out the punt unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. A low line drive and not his best work. Coverage team down there to down the punt, and they'll spot it just inside the 45. First play of the drive comes from the 41. Making side adjustments here. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly complete. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback extends the play. Makes the catch. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One final quarter to play, and a W in the win column at stake as we open the fourth. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Quick completion on the out route. He's down to the 37-yard line, and that's where he goes out of bounds. And the Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. This guy is doing work on the outside, and the sweet toe tap to stay in bounds there.
How about the sweet feet? I mean, it's so hard to know where you're at on the sidelines and have good body control. You can tell he did. Gets the feet down, secures the catch. That is a nice catch. Nice footwork, young fella.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. The Ducks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got his man on the right. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. Trying to slam in. He's got a nose for that goal line. First he scored the touchdown. Now he makes his way in for the two-point conversion. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return.
My backup center is in red, so now I got to change him again. So this is the third center. I don't know what's going on with my centers, bro. So sorry. Crazy. Freaking centers, right? Dumb.
Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
And that just shows you the team speed this defense has. As soon as they identify who's got the ball, they are around and surrounding that ball carrier so quickly.
Finds his man. He'll be brought down at about the 18-yard line, not enough to move the sticks. And the Noles send out the punt unit. That leg is staying loose already, the 5th kick of the night. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one.
Returners only get so many chances in a game, and you really want to maximize. You want to take it to the house. You want to make those big plays. But a lot of times you forget about that small detail of securing the football. He gave it up, but thank goodness he didn't turn it over.
To the air on first down. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
that last play is a beautiful start to this drive. You've got some work to do here. You've got some mountain you've still got to climb if you're going to win this game. A couple minutes left. You've got the horses to get you there, but it's all about getting the drive started with a positive play, and they found that on that last one.
The Ducks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Quarterback sneak, trying to get a push. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
And nice job by this defense. You kind of knew something like this was coming. Great job. You got to get penetration. First thing you have to do is get up under that center. Make it really hard for him to go forward right now. Nice penetration. Stop it.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oregon! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. With the catch, it's Cummings.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
To the air, it's Townsend. He'll heave it deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. And the timing just a hair off.
Nice job in coverage on that 3rd and short, defensively taking all the throws and options away for the quarterback, and now we're setting up 4th down.
The Seminoles line up to punt it away. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6 times tonight. He'll field the punt. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
And you've created some great momentum, getting the stop, forcing the punt, now getting it back to your offense. Your offense starting to get in a groove. Late in the game, you need some big plays.
Just wonder how much panic there is right now on the defensive side of the football, too. Because of what you just said, David, they can feel and sense the momentum leaving them right now with the lead. So someone defensively better step up here soon and make a play. This quarterback now has over 400 yards passing. To do that, you have to have weapons catching the ball. You've seen that in this offense all game long. There are some dangerous playmakers in the perimeter.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And that one's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Might be calling a hot route. And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which colored jerseys they're wearing?
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Slams his way forward. He'll get 3 out to the 11.
Yeah, and a nice job by this defense. This is a critical moment, right? We got to get the football back. They're backed up, thank goodness. Force a punt here, get the football back so we can make some magic here in this fourth quarter.
The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. They drag him down behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that hasn't happened very often. He has had a tremendous night. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Wants to throw. It's Townsend. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. And the Seminoles will call on their punt team. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. He's got it in his own territory. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Has it back, and here comes the offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some
Oh, he's got some space. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
And the offense knows the task ahead. They're down 8. It's 1st and goal. They need a touchdown and the 2. They want to throw it. Quarterback now on the run. Still looking. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And this D's had some good moments today. And they've had a lead, and they've let that lead shrink a little bit now in a big-time moment. Can they step up? Can they make the plays to get the ball back to their offense? They've had a pretty good day, but now it's closing time.
Looking to the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. The offense changing the play. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
This defense right now is not only fighting an offense with a lot of confidence, but they're fighting against momentum too. Remember, they had a big lead earlier in this game. Now it's been reduced to just 1 possession, so they've got to make some big plays here on pass defense. They've got to be able to cover.
Looking to throw again. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Touchdown Ducks! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone.
And this is obviously a no-brainer. Great job by the offense, great execution. Inside of 2 minutes, you've got to go for 2. You've got to dial up this play, try to tie this football game up. What's your favorite 2-point play? Dial it up, and let's tie this game up.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. gargantuan moment here as they try to tie it up late with the two-point conversion. Looking to throw. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Conversion is no good. That keeps the score. Florida State, 35.
Now down by 2, inside a minute to go. If they can get this onside kick, maybe they could get into field goal range. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, and walk out with the W.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Back to pass, it's Townsend. Bringing the heat. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
The Noles will punt it away on fourth down. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Seminoles will punt this one away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. Here, they've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Off play action on first down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Makes the grab on the right. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Gore. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. And the Ducks want to pick up the tempo. He wants to change this route. Last chance coming up. A shot toward the end zone. It's incomplete, and the last chance is just out of reach, and that's going to do it. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.